Again, the miss by the Kings.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
29 seconds left to play in the half. Back to Westbrook. To halt the run. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3. New Orleans has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Out to Beverly. Here he goes. Tips it up, controls the rebound and the putback. Great.
Effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yep. And so it's New Orleans with an almost surefire victory. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And the Kings shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. They've got C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram out there with Zion Williamson. And it's the professor in at the 4.
Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
And guess what, guys? I mean, one of the ways De'Aaron Fox improved his skills growing up was playing 2K, learning the NBA game on 2K. I love it.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Red, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Holmes, no good. New Orleans dictating the flow. And De'Aaron playing 2K growing up. His dad encouraged him to observe. Take note.
Good advice. I mean, De'Aaron learned a lot about things like ball screens, pick and roll from playing video games, stuff like that. I mean, Fox used 2K as a way to study the game of basketball.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox is a competitor. He said, I want to win. I know there's more that I can do. Just trying to create a spark, some type of energy. You can talk about what you did in high school and college, but you have to take it to a totally different level if you want to be one of those guys in the league. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Will it go? Red can't get it to go.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Baker. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 27.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Red. Back to Fox. Got a hand on it.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yeah, they haven't missed a shot since the break. I mean, just what a tremendous job making the necessary adjustments at halftime.
Here's Red. Fox outside. Pass pass to Red. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, BA, it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot.
The Pelicans will go for a different look here. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Pelicans.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, BA, this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the professor.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got Monte Morris, and it's the professor in a power forward. And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Morris outside. Pass to Tate. Powell covers. Back to Tate. Here's Baker. 5 to shoot. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Sacramento ball.
Here's Westbrook. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Here's Baker. Sinks it from distance.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Powell's shot is off. Here's Baker. Powell covers. Baker gets the bucket.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Switch. I'll get out on that. Wow. It's like top plays versus not plays.
No plays.
Versus no plays. I'm gonna cut right now. Oh no. We can't get goose egged off our own event.
Oh, we can.
Man, they are just greening everything.
They don't miss.
Come out and then back door. I'm gonna throw you an oop. Get ready to hit that square button. Here we go, Rodney. Not like that. Oh boy. Stay on him. I want 3. Oh.
Don't take it, Danny.
Oh no, Danny.
Your nutty pass. I just sprayed it out. Thanks, everybody.
That's how you.
Brett, there's no doubt your athleticism was one of the key weapons you possessed. We're going to see plenty of that here tonight on display.
Well, that's kind of you first, Kevin, but secondarily, the guys out here have a chance when there's any open space to make something extremely exciting happen. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. We've got Baker. He's out there with Zion Williamson. McCollum is out there with Ingram. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard. Spot.
Like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
Ball passes to Kennedy. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
McCollum against Paul. Passes it to Booker for the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Now here's Paul. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
McCollum passes to Baker. There's the triple. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Paul dishes to Ayton. And that time, also a missed shot.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Ingram, again, the Pelicans score.
Timeout. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And while it took Brandon Ingram some time, he has really turned into an incredible player.
Well, he's an amazing scorer. He's adding that ability to pass the ball and see the floor. So often you hear about players talking about the game slowing down. Well, for Ingram, it's getting to a snail's pace.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Great, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
KD with the bucket.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Baker, defended by Young, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
They've got Ayton. Durant is out there with Young. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Kennedy in a two-guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Taken away. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Phoenix ball.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA, Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Baker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. And that's 12 points for the professor.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
The big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
1:46 left now here in the second. McCollum with the bounce pass. Here's the three. And he nails it. The three-pointer falls from Baker. Baker's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. And the pass to Kennedy. Down low. And it's Ayton missing. New Orleans has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Baker. The shot comes out, and Phoenix the other way now. Stolen. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Ayton, and he banks in the layup. Ayton's got 8.
Ayton so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
To the paint, here's Landale. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 5.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Baker. Good on the three-point shot. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
The offensive rebound, corner, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. good on both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Baker. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Baker out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Williamson. And it's Daniels in at the 2. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 to shoot. Durant with a wide open look. Off target from outside. Pelicans leading by 16. Baker with the bucket. Baker's got 4 this quarter.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Now here's Ayton. He's got 8. Pass to Durant. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
New Orleans gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Here's Baker. Connects from three-point range.
3-point field goal.
Baker's got 30 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And the Suns call time. We've seen the professor really having a great game.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
90 seconds now into the second half. Passes it to Kennedy. Ayton inside. He's guarded by Baker. Count that one. Ayton's got 10 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Baker. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Kennedy. Paul with the ball. Ingram comes with the double team. And then Durant with the dunk.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Cullen passes to Ingram. Here's Baker, defended by Durant. Baker with the bucket. Baker's got 12 points here in the second half.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Booker. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Baker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists now in this one.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
It's good. And that's 11 points for Kevin Durant.
How about a show of power from KD? He knew the contact was coming and ripped right through it.
Here's Baker. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Inside. Great D that time from Baker. Pelicans leading by 20. Over Paul. Baker, no good. The Suns have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8 from 13, and the jumper falls for him. KD's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, little you can do now to slow him down. Durant's such a phenomenal offensive talent.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
The loudest section gets t-shirts, so get loud.
A big group substitution here.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Rumors continue to fly about possible league expansion. Brent, any cities you'd like to see join the league?
Oh, man, there's a lot of great options out there, Kevin, but I would like to see the league go to 32 and have 16 in each conference. I think that would be great. And there's a city in the Pacific Northwest that deserves a team, and I think you know where I'm talking about. Seattle.
The Suns making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's McNeil. And at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Baker kicks to Jones. Back to Baker. From past the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball.
3-point field goal.
Baker's got 40 points.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And Ingram has got the ball here for New Orleans. 22 is their biggest lead. Baker with the bucket. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, they're wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the professor.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And the first one drops. So for the Suns, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Luke Cornett. And Markieff Morris subbed in for Chris Paul. 55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Shoots. Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's McNeil. And it's off from 3-point range. New Orleans with the ball. Here's Baker.